And now at 8:36, we want to bring you more on local coverage on Eyewitness News this morning. RIPTA is considering eliminating 20% of its bus stops around the state. Amy Pettine joins us now with more on what this means for transit service in Rhode Island. We want to say good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so let's first talk about this proposed 20% cut across the board.
Sure.
What does that mean in hard numbers specifically for bus routes here?
Sure. So RIPTA has about 5,000 stops. That's statewide. We are a statewide transit provider, so that is throughout the state. And, you know, it's up to 1,000. We're in the process right now of conducting what's called a comprehensive operational analysis, which is a mouthful, but it's a COA for short. And it's an in-depth review of our transit system. So not only bus stops, but looking at our service design, how we coordinate our schedules, and how we brand and provide information to the public. Bus stops is one of the recommendations coming out of the study, and it's certainly gotten a lot of attention, rightfully so, but it's a key concern for us. Transit systems need to balance convenience with speed. It's right now very attractive to be able to have a short walk to your bus stop, but if that comes at the expense of the bus not getting where it needs to go, you know, you start to skewer that balance, and so we're really trying to make it more convenient and attractive to ride our system.
So you're then looking at stops that maybe are, you know, closer together. Are you just looking at geographically, or are you looking at the fact that maybe some people aren't even using those bus stops, or all of the above?
Sure, it's a combination of all those factors. So certainly we look at the distance between stops. You know, we want it to be a reasonable walk distance. We're not asking people to be walking beyond what would be considered, you know, an average walk distance, so 5 minutes. And we're looking at how many stops we have along a route. At some bus routes, we have far more than are really necessary to make the system work. And so we look at safety concerns. We certainly don't want to site bus stops in unsafe conditions. We take a look at the grade. You know, we don't want people walking up hills. And so all of those factors come into play. It's a very thoughtful analysis that's done. We're getting public comment right now to let us know, you know, concerns they have, not only about the stops, but about the service recommendations that we're proposing.
Now, I know you've already had several of those community meetings this week, and you have a few more planned as well.
Yes.
What do you think are the biggest concerns that you're hearing from people who regularly use RIPTA?
Sure. So certainly people are concerned when they see recommendations we're proposing that might change the system as they know it today and as they use it. And those are the folks we want to hear from. We want them to come out and tell us what they like or don't like about the recommendations, because we're at that recommendation stage. We haven't gotten to final decisions. We want public comment both online and at community meetings. But, you know, we have to weigh. We've got limited transit resources, and the whole intention is to maximize those resources. And so there are trade-offs to be made.
All right. Well, certainly you are in the early stages of trying to fine-tune the details. We appreciate you joining us, Amy. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And for more information on these proposed RIPTA cuts, you can always go to our website, foxprovidence.com.